Hello everybody and welcome to my Halloween special. In today's video we will be covering the new Family Guy exclusive episode named Peter Pumpkin Cheater, so let's get straight into the video. The episode starts with the Griffins being at the local Halloween store where it's actually a sale for Halloween, so it's a great time to do their Halloween shopping.
People. Take a look, I don't care.
Stewie and Brian are also looking for some Halloween costumes, and guess who gets to be Cher?
And either one of us could be Cher. I don't care. I guess I'll be Cher. Wait.
Yeah, who could have predicted that? I also did realize that it's Lisa in the background there from The Simpsons. A funny Easter egg to put in a Halloween special. But whilst all of that is ongoing, Chris is dealing with some mental problems. I don't really know. I guess he's experienced this before. Cut back to the Griffin's house and Joe's huge pumpkin.
This pumpkin's huge. How'd you get it so big?
Giggity.
Good one, Quagmire, good one. But why does Joe do all this? I mean, it's a pumpkin competition, but he really needs to beat
Dang Patrick McCloskey.
Patrick McCloskey? Wait, isn't that the, well, cool dude to have a Family Guy, I guess. Cut to later, Stewie and Brian is practicing their questionable dance moves for Cher and, yeah, the costumes, I guess. And I should make a joke about this, but we know how much Stewie already loves her, so I don't really think I need to. But Brian doesn't seem as excited over this that Stewie is, so he tells him that he will have to do this with Rupert instead, because he's not in anymore. Oh, he forgot to leave his mustache. Where did he even get that from? Well, I guess that answers the question, right? At the bar, when Peter and his friends are drinking, we can see Joe pulling up his phone and has a camera on the pumpkin. Whoa, he really does take this serious, does he? So Joe decides to get home because there's a bird picking at his pumpkin. I mean, it can't get ruined to the competition, right? Cut to Stewie that is Frankenstein? What? I mean, it can't be a Halloween episode without Frankenstein and his monster, right? Rupert as the monster though? Is that really possible? But now for Stewie to get ingredients. I mean, wait, is that really necessary, Stewie? After all of that, Rupert is finally ready to be able to live, to become alive. This scene is really something from a horror movie. I didn't really know that Family Guy could be this scary or this original, so it's kinda crazy, this scene. I mean, the trapdoor in the roof, like that's crazy. But unfortunately for Stewie, it didn't really seem that it worked. Cut back to Peter and his friends. They are helping Joe move his pumpkin and they accidentally drop it. But then Joe comes, but I mean, it's no biggie. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't take it to heart. Okay, Joe, it's still pumpkin only. At that exact time, the pumpkin pickup truck comes and they need to think of something fast or they will be disqualified. So Peter comes up with a brilliant idea to hide in the pumpkin because he weighs exactly as the same as the pumpkin. Now is the God's Great Pumpkin Contest. Joe and them are there and they are announcing that the contest has begun. But just at that moment, Colin McCloskey shows up in his fancy sport car. And I mean, what a way to do an entrance, but is the pumpkin things really necessary? And what to say, this man got no shield at all. Later at the house, Brian is sitting and talking to someone. And then Rupert shows up with a knife. And yeah, did I tell you that Stewie wished Brian to be dead? And yeah, Rupert kinda took it too much to heart. So now Rupert tries to kill Brian. And yes, Stewie's weird plan with the Momoa thing actually worked. Now Rupert is alive with a Momoa. Yeah. And I just need to say this, but this brings mad Chucky vibes. You know the 80s slasher movie? Yeah. Mad Chucky vibes. And then at the exact moment when Rupert tries to kill Brian, Brian luckily moves, but he doesn't know that Rupert tries to kill him. I never knew that Rupert could be this scary. I never could have expected it. Then when they're waiting for the announcement, well, they're sitting and waiting they are, but Bonnie are doing some questionable thing to Wazowski. It's just pumpkin stuff. But then it's announced that Joe actually wins for the first time ever. McCloskey loses and they're taking away the pumpkin. Yeah, his celebration was really short-lived, so now they need to go save Peter. Out on Halloween, Stu is finally out, but Rupert seems to be too. And Stewie seems to be really excited. I mean, his plan worked. He could bring Rupert to life, which is really crazy because he's a child. But we already know that he's a super genius, so it's no biggie. But then Rupert tells Stewie that he is planning to kill Brian, and then Stewie's happiness was short-lived. And of course Rupert has to do one of those 80s disappearances. I mean, yeah, look at this. Other characters as Herbert also makes an appearance.
Trick or treat! I'm a registered sex offender!
Then cut to Stewie that is in panic because, I mean, Brian will die if he doesn't stop Rupert in time. Then I get a text from Brian and I guess now we know where Brian is. But to our demise, Rupert also knows. And of course we got a jump scare Stewie. Now when Joe and his friends are here to look after Peter, they can't find him and it's a million pumpkins. No, never mind, he's right here. Then cut to Brian that finally meets Rupert, and something tells me this isn't going to go good.
But to die.
Then when everybody comes to congratulate Joe, the unexplainable things happen. Peter comes out of the pumpkin and ruins it for Joe. But apparently not, because plot twist, there was a fat man inside every single pumpkin. Then to the brilliant idea by Joe then let the fattest man win. Of course Peter doesn't like that idea. And I mean, it's a good ending for Joe. He and McCloskey gets good friends and then he drives away. But I wish I could say the same thing for Stewie and Brian, but it's not, because Stewie finds Brian tied up with Rupert and almost dies. In the brink of hurry, Stewie says,
But by the time I start helping, don't you think it'll be too late?
Not at all! Help!
now Stewie, it's definitely too late. So Stewie, or Cher, kicks Rupert around the room, and I mean, he doesn't look happy after that. I mean, he even has those hags, that teeth. Then Rupert explains that he only does this because he's always second to Brian, and I mean, fair thing, Brian says the same thing in season 1. Then he tells Stewie that his name's Jerry.
Ugh, I've been hanging out with a Jerry?
Not quite the expression we needed, but I guess it will do. But now for Rupert to finally kill Brian, or not, because Stewie grabs a hold of him. And then Stewie goes to flush him down the toilet, or drown him. Oh, I mean Cher, not Stewie. And with the intense mind of the song of Cher in his mind, well,
Write those words that have hurt you.
he really does like Cher, doesn't he? But then Rupert dies and everything seems to be back to normal, with Stewie and Brian walking away from the toilet. But then in the end, Stewie of course gets Rupert back, and I guess to be continued? No, I'm just joking. This is the end of the episode. I really do hope you enjoyed this Halloween episode. It took a time to make, but I think it was worth it. Comment what you think about this episode and what you generally think about Halloween, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.